You're watching Stripping Architecture, and today we'll be talking about how to protect your home without cameras. Lately, we've been talking a lot about soft-gated communities, and regardless if we like them or not, the existence of the gated communities can be broken down into two essential elements: safety and privacy, and we cannot agree more on this. Every citizen needs safety and privacy in order to have content and prosperous life in the city. However, though, do never forget that there is one basic rule that always applies. The need for more control and distance between citizens equals higher social inequality. That is why we don't mind when there are gated communities somewhere far away from the city, in limited number though. However, when they're present in the urban fabric, even their softest version makes us unhappy. Therefore, we as Stripping Architecture believe that gated communities damage the social coexistence and do not contribute for building sustainable relationships among citizens. But on the end of the day, if safety and privacy is needed, how we can do it without cameras? Well, there are multiple ways of doing so, and today we'll be talking about making lively and vivid fronts of the facade. Stay tuned. For example, due to safety concerns, many people don't like it when there is someone sitting in front of their door. But look at here, they have confidently placed a sitting bench right under the window. And when we go further down the street, we can easily see that this decorative treatment of the front is not an accidental case by some individual, but is in a collective pattern. You can feel it in the air how people are cherishing some stronger feelings about community, shared rights and obligations. On this case, for example, the ivy is making soft and easy distance between the public and private domain, while framing a more aesthetic atmosphere. Regardless if it's stylish rose or just a cheap pot with plant, it still leaves the impression that people here care about you and themselves at the same time. Even if it's just a little flower, it shows a gesture. While walking along this row of plants, on a mental level you develop sympathies about the person who takes care of all those plants. And right in that moment you spark the sense for solidarity and you're joining the system of mutual understanding. You can see how the plants and the flowers are the guardians of the house, and they soften down the approach to it. You see, this example is very cute. Even though it's made out of artificial plants and flowers, they still show that they wanted to make some nice defense from the public space, but also not to be too intruding into it. Lovely. Also, here is an example how the municipality and the authorities are helping this concept. Just a tiny opening of soil next to the houses stimulates the residents to be more engaging and caretaking of their properties. This is how you leave impression to the visitor that all the people themselves are actually the guardians of the street, and damage to one of them is actually damage to all. This is a great example where the people from 3 different houses in a row are appropriating the whole sidewalk with plants. They work together, they make the street better, and all other residents care for this part and they hold to it with respect. By just looking at all these plants, you understand how much effort it takes to maintain these flowers, and you feel the basic principle of urban living. Don't do unto others what you don't want done unto you. We know that this may look to you as a naive concept that doesn't really offer an alternative to the gated communities, but we strongly believe that if it is done systematically and if the streets are working as a network of connected, engaged little communities, then that's a way better system of defense than any camera, chain or gate. Finally, how we can sketch and strip down this urban phenomena in the best explicit way? Maybe through this sketch, where maybe if our facades and building fronts act like emissions of emotions, maybe we can convince the ferocious thieves and the burglars to take it easy, sit down, chillax a little bit. You're just part of us. We're the same. You don't have to do this. Thank you very much for staying with us today, and you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button and follow us at The Strip Architects, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.